camera, the 2 megapixels camera, looks just like the other one, same packaging, same name on the side, same model number. The software is totally different, totally different. Android software, totally different. The software on Windows, totally different. One of them doesn't offer software on Windows. The common thing is these guys support iSpy, public domain, great software.
Yeah, is it good software?
Oh yeah. Even Leroy says there's
open source freeware.
It's public source. It's open source.
Open GNU or.
I saw the kids in Micro Center. They have a bunch of boxes.
One.
They have these things?
Yes.
One of these.
Yes.
Why do you keep
You need a Raspberry, I think.
Is that you?
It's only the kit without the Raspberry Pi.
Somebody keeps saying, "Okay, Google," all the time.
Okay, Google.
It's ignoring.
say something?
Hello.
What's up?
What's the flight capacity of an unladen swallow?
Okay, Google.
What's the flight capacity of an unladen swallow?
You stymied it.
On the website style.org, they say, we can estimate the airspeed of the European swallow to be roughly 11 meters per second.
Okay, Google. How many woodchucks? Oh, I screwed that up.
According to Wikipedia, the woodchuck from the Algonquian word weejak is a kind of marmot regionally called a groundhog. The complete beginning of the tongue twister usually goes, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
At least she can say that.
I think you've just been schooled.
I've got
Boom!
Alexa sounds a lot like Google.
His voice.
This one
I've got Alexa.
keeps triggering for some reason, but I'm not sure why.
Now, how much
You got
did
two
the
going on here?
Hello
No.
Google cost?
Well, yes, I've got the regular, the real deal, and the Raspberry Pi Zero right now. But are we ready for
Real time?
my son? I mean, it's like almost
6 o'clock.
It's after
6
6.
o'clock?
Yeah, it's not 5:30.
Okay, why don't we get started then? Quit goofing around.
You
What's the
completed
holdup
pre-show.
We're waiting for Frank and
I don't know what
Jeremy
we're
and
doing.
Steve. And
Yes,
how was
Mike?
Raymond's shindig Saturday?
it was fun.
That's good.
Lot of kids, a lot of building
Pizza.
robots.
Pizza and
I got 2 slices out of 15 pizzas.
There were kids there. I think that's the key.
were you there too?
Surprised you got anything.
But I arrived at
You didn't get to
2 p.m.
the
or
pizza.
something after
Yeah.
the pizza.
After the pizza was devoured.
Post pizza. A bunch of kids and pizza. You got there late.
Yeah.
I was at
So
the Mexican chain.
Domino's.
Huh?
Domino's Pizza. What?
No, Mexican food. Chipotle.
Oh,
With my
yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Doesn't know? Okay.
you are giving away that box.
If you go on their website, you buy a Raspberry Pi. You buy a Raspberry Pi and with a bundle, it's $35, and they give that to you for free.
Wow.
This has a pie inside of it?
No.
Okay.
But you gotta do the bundle deal.
Which pie? The 3?
The 3.
I already have one.
You got.
You need more than one.
I have it in the kit and kind of kit, you know, the power supply, the Raspberry, everything.
You do not need, if you've already got one, you don't need to buy it. It's like $25 for the kit. But I figured
it's a good deal.
It's worth the money.
it's worth spending an extra $10 getting another pie.
I think so.
But from what I can tell, they don't offer
you need
this
to
in
go
the
to the
store.
website to buy it.
You actually have to do this
Okay.
online.
And pick up, or
You can pick it up.
okay. I'll do that tomorrow.
Let's see if they're still offering.
And
it. Yes,
I'm
right.
dealing with C in the Pi Zero.
So I just went to their website and I typed AIY, which is what that kit's called.
Uh-huh.
And the very first thing is buy the bundle. So you get a free AY kit with the purchase of a Raspberry Pi.
Why they
3.
say any voice kit? They have several, or it's just one?
AI
AIY.
It's the only one.
It's the only one. AIY.
It's not any, it's AIY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, AIY stands for Artificial Intelligence Yourself, or something like that.
I guess instead of DIY, it's
It's-
AIY.
Right.
AY.
And the A and the I stand for artificially intelligent. So that kit, stop binging. I haven't even had a chance to build this yet. This is still brand new.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that.
This is new.
It comes with instructions, which are pretty good.
Kid-friendly instructions.
Folding the cardboard actually kicked my butt. So
You assemble something equivalent
I know
to the,
what you mean.
It's the Google stuff, right?
yeah. The first kit, the instructions are very, very similar, and it kicked my butt. So. But it's pretty simple to hook up. I mean, there's the microphone, which is it's an array microphone.
Array?
Yeah, there's 2 mics on it, and it's
I saw Alexa has 7 microphones.
Yeah, well, this is a do-it-yourself deal, so you only get 2 microphones. But it's a setup for distance. It's set up for, and then there's the
Alexa
hat.
knows where are you around.
Yeah,
I don't hear.
and
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
you've got some extra GPIO on the hat itself, so eventually you can program it to do other things.
Controls something.
But the electronics portion of it was pretty simple. The folding the cardboard kicked my butt.
You have the standoffs included? Or?
Yeah, they're in there somewhere. Everything you need is in this kit.
Looks nice. I like it.
Your name is Dave Steele, is
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do they call those connector types that they're
Steel.
using?
Mike.
What do you call those?
Aren't those just JST connectors?
So
Is that the
you
type
have the
that
full
we're
Alexa.
talking about?
or- I've
No,
got a dot.
the small one.
About a
So if I put him on
29.
the router,
Black
he'll
Friday.
actually start working.
They go for
No, I
49.
bought
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, it should.
49. But on Black Friday, they'll mark it down to
Yeah.
29.
Wow.
If you're a Prime.
So
So I got it for $29.
Yes.
And I like it
Is
because
that how it actually works?
I'll say
This
what
guy
time
on the-
is it, or I need an alarm set.
Yeah, you
This guy
ask,
on the
or you
treadmill
want to
inside.
some play
to
some
power
music
Z.
or
Yeah.
If I don't want to go turn on WBXU.
So
like, it's not the
when
greatest sound.
when
Put
it's
alarm,
when
for
it gets
example, you are
connected,
doing
it's
something.
like it's
Yeah, Alexa, put an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes. 10
so now we
minutes.
can say, okay, Google,
You continue. and then
How'd you know he's
Alexa,
connected?
Hey,
because the light.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay, Google.
I'll say you set it. If I
What
don't wanna
time
go
is
to my
it?
calendar, I'll say, I've got an
It's
appointment tomorrow at
6:09.
9 o'clock, so
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
wake up. Okay, Google. He's not
Or
hearing
you'll
me.
try and remember.
Yeah.
They'll have them on sale sometimes.
Something
for
need to be done
a
here.
lot less.
Oh, this is off.
You gotta buy it, it's like a 2-day window.
Or is this off?
Yeah, it's off.
Do I need to turn
I
it
have
off?
a lot of promotions
This is-
and I usually
Oh.
raise.
It's a
I'm gonna
different.
wait, because I wanna get one for my
So I've
dad.
got 2 different. I've got like 3 different projects going on.
And I'll just get
Um,
the little, it looks like a hockey puck.
Mine
Okay,
was
Google.
around the house
Yeah.
with the kids and plays and all
Hey,
that.
Google, what time is it?
I opened an account to
The time
control
is
kids,
6:09.
but I
I
didn't
know. You
make
stop
anything
talking.
Yeah.
now. But maybe with my own.
The thing that I noticed a big
open an
time
account and
about the
control
do-it-yourself
stuff.
stuff,
Just for
For lights
slow.
and stuff.
some.
I'm gonna do that. I haven't done it yet.
It's Raspberry Pi. It's not the
I've got
fastest.
those.
This one here has a
control apps
different
or
trigger word
control apps over
altogether. This one,
Yeah.
But
Snowboy.
I'll eventually migrate to the, where you got.
What
the-
time is it?
The remote
Got little buttons.
with
and
buttons
you
and
got a
relays in the
receiver.
lamps.
Good conversation.
You got a receiver plugged into the wall, and
Okay, okay.
it's probably 20
Hey,
year old
Google,
technology.
what time is it?
Control X or
I don't
whatever.
think this one's
but
actually
I'm gonna
connected.
eventually
It's
do
6:10.
that.
Works.
I don't think this
Change to
is connected
Alexa.
as well as
Yeah.
we think it is.
Okay.
Can we just connect that
I
to
bought
the public?
several RF transmitters and
Yeah.
receivers,
Not to,
maybe to put
Right,
in
not to
each
our
lamp,
router,
a
just to
relay
the,
with the
Well, he's not
receiver
showing up yet.
and
Right,
Arduino,
right now, he's
sending codes
off the grid as far as I can tell.
and doing a lot of stuff at the same
Did
time.
he, let's see, did he go back?
Yeah.
I spent the last 2 weeks, I'm working in
No,
a
he's
software
connected. He just hasn't published yet.
to detect a tone, just a tone.
Yeah.
But I need a function that be executed 100,000 times
There he
per
is.
second.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Okay,
And-
Leroy, you ready to continue?
To work and changing all the
He's
maps
connected.
to fix a point maps.
He's online.
Only logic assigns to reduce the time of
I
execution.
think our router's
Yeah.
just
But I'm far
being
from
bad.
the speed I need.
Okay, let's pay attention.
What's
Leroy's
It's
up.
pulse, the light's pulse.
Let's show respect for Leroy,
What is the
Yeah.
button for?
or disrespect.
Disrespect.
The original, when they first introduced this, it was 2 or 3 months ago with the Magpie, and they were giving the kits away for free when you bought a Magpie. The button was originally set up so that you had to hit the button. That was the trigger phrase.
To say something.
They've changed it now, and now it's
Is
actually
it
listening.
optional?
Voice activated.
It is. I don't have it turned on because I'm going to set it up so that I can hit the button to shut the Pied off. But that's one of the reasons why the DIY ones are interesting, because you have access to all the Python libraries and everything, and you can make them do other things. If it works.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
I know. Hey, Google, what time is it?
6:12.
Yes.
Who
You're
answered?
driving me crazy.
How much power you need? You're hooked up
It's
to the one amp
6:12.
right now.
There it goes.
Okay. Okay.
It's just slow. Sometimes
Okay.
it's just really slow. So the one,
You said-
the kit that comes from Google, they actually provide a Raspberry Pi image for you. It's already set up. There's the only thing that you really have to do to it is go into your Google API and turn on the access for your account so that you can play with
Sorry,
it.
I can't help with that
You
yet.
get,
You have to set up a client secret,
yes,
an account on the console.
yeah, but it's free, and
Right.
they tell you how to do it, and it's
Straight up.
pretty straightforward.
So you enter a client key into this guy in
Yeah.
order to access it. Okay.
Yeah, so this is specifically mine,
Mhm.
basically.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Which means that they have a database of all the queries you
Oh, of course.
tied to you and everything else.
They actually have 4 different databases, because they've got that. This has its own API key. This one has its own, and this one has its own. So now I could have reused the API key for all 3 of these. I just
Mhm.
felt like I needed to keep them separate just so I could keep track of what was going on. This one here, like I said, Google provided the image, and it is actually different than the images provided for the true DIY versions
Mhm.
of the same thing. This one was just as easy to set up, but you already have to have Jesse installed and running. You have to jump through a couple of extra little hoops, but basically, the guy that set this one up,
House across the street.
Wow.
his
Sorry, I don't know
We
how
can
to help
zoom
with
with
that.
his trigger word
And
is
with 5
Snowboy.
megapixels, the zooming works kind of. Okay, sorry.
What time is it?
6:15.
So once it's quiet and it can actually hear, my microphone for these is just horrible. It's a horrible microphone. Snowboy, tell me a joke.
This might make you laugh. I once did a theatrical performance about puns. It was a play on words.
That's just bad. Dun dun.
You got a special soundboard for that? Is that what that printboard is?
That is a DAC. It was $12, I think.
Is that because the 0W doesn't have sound input?
Right.
Okay.
What's the name of your device there,
Snowboy?
Snowboy, okay. Did you name it or?
No, the guy that actually made the ability for this version
Yeah,
to listen, he named it.
gotcha.
And he's going to make a tutorial on how to actually change that name,
Okay.
because Snowboy doesn't do anything for me.
Does this guy have a custom card on him? Yeah, he does. He has a second level.
That's Snowboy
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, it's
The box is Snowboy, isn't it?
No, it's this guy.
Oh, that guy, okay, gotcha.
And this is all sound?
yeah, there's some GPIO
Sorry,
and some
I'm
other
not
stuff
sure how to
broken
help.
out on
I'm
there.
just
But
saying
I'm
there's a
still
lot to
learning.
this.
This
For
is a
what I
new-
think it needs.
Yeah, for what it really needs. That's the little microphone, yeah.
Wow.
And it's a crappy little microphone. I paid 99 cents for 5 of them. So, you know it's a crappy microphone.
I get it for 20 cents. So.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
So if we say, hey, Google, tell me a joke.
One joke coming up. What's orange? It sounds like a parrot. A carrot. This might make you laugh. How do you make an egg laugh? Tell it a funny yolk.
So I get
How comes they're out of sync?
This one's slow for some reason.
this one's slow.
Okay.
Yeah. This one always has been. He's
Just
never
takes
been
longer
fast.
to process.
Mhm.
He's
They
never
came
been
up with 2
fast.
different jokes. though.
Three different jokes.
Which is weird because it has more horsepower.
It's using 2 entirely different API versions too. This one's using the version that Google has provided specifically for this project, and this is using somebody's third party. This one's pretty fast too. This one, I'm using the same version that's running on this, and it's pretty fast as well. But you don't need a whole lot to actually make this work. This one, if we fire this one up, Snowboy.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet. I'm still learning.
I know. Snowboy. Snowboy.
Self-destroy.
Trigger shutdown.
Sorry, power controls is not yet supported.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
It's
Sometimes you will shut
problematic.
down.
Snowboy is finicky.
Yeah, Snowboys came
Pain in
from.
the ass sometimes.
So why a display?
This was a different project a long time ago.
Display's not involved with this project?
No.
Okay.
No. It just sits there. I can actually plug the keyboard in and connect.
A decade ago, I could have read that.
I'm getting to the point where it just looks like a little. So it's going to show up, and we're going to have to connect it. It has not showed up yet. This one's louder. It's using the exact same one that I'm using on this guy, but it's louder. It's plays music when it first starts.
Now, you can call me by your custom wake word.
Snowboy.
I don't know if it's connected or not. Snowboy.
I can check that.
You made the same project in the Python.
Yeah,
This is faster, you see.
this one's faster. I actually copied this image. I did this one first, and I copied this image and put it on this.
No, he's not hooked up. Can you hook him up?
Have you used the screen?
Huh?
He's not on the network yet.
He is not.
No.
What is?
He's 5278.
There he is, 5278. I'm not using the screen for anything right now. Yes, I know. You're not connected. And you're a pain in the butt
Now,
when you're
you
not
can
connected.
call me by your custom wake word.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Is that Snowboy telling you to call it Snowboy?
Yeah.
You have this turning on.
Shall I connect him?
Sure. I was going try to set some custom actions up with this one and
Yeah,
have it
maybe.
display stuff on the screen.
Devices.
Every time I go and try to set
Now,
something
you can
custom
call
up,
me by your custom wake word.
it crashes. I don't know what I'm doing apparently. Snowboy, tell me a joke. Oh, we're not connected yet. Okay.
Now, you can call me by your custom wake word.
So when the
After
Pi
about 10
2,
times, you want to take it and throw.
it's like it
Oh, this
refreshes
is
it.
Pi 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it refreshes itself.
Rebooting everything, start out new.
If it can't connect, it just,
It's time to
Stalls
retire
out.
the Pi 2s.
I've still got a couple of Pi, the original Pis. I don't have any A's though.
He's not on, his AP is not active. So he must be in the process of moving over.
Snowboy, what time is it?
There, no, not yet. There he is, 278. Yeah, he's on there.
Wife's name is Veda. She's Indian. They
Snowboy.
unplug their Alexa because they don't want Alexa listening to them.
He's doing something.
It listens to you.
I think sometimes I think that at least they
I don't know why they
I
chose the
don't know
name
if they
Snowboy.
actually are doing it, but they can.
Does nothing for me.
Yeah.
But more important, they know what you
Snowboy.
ask for. They know what are your
What time is it?
profile or something.
6:23.
So he's on now.
Send you stuff.
Snowboy,
They can hear you talk.
Tell me a joke.
So it can-
tell me a joke.
it can,
Amazon use all your information
Okay,
for
here you
for
go.
your
Did you
account
hear about the
and
new
to send
anti-gravity
you
book?
stuff.
Apparently
spit
you
it
can't
back
put
at
it
you,
down.
get you to buy more.
It's a business.
Aha!
Until
You tell bad jokes, Google.
don't share this information, it's okay.
So,
Yeah.
okay, Google.
This might make you laugh. What's green and pouty? The Incredible Sulk.
That's just bad.
What's green and pouty? The Incredible Sulk. Yeah, if you laugh, that's more than I did.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I know you don't. That's because you're talking to yourself.
Nobody else will listen.
Sorry, I don't understand.
So
It will be interesting the conversation between Alexa and
I've got 2 original
Ask
Raspberry Pis.
each other things.
I've got two
Can I help
twos.
with anything else?
I've got four 3s now. I've got 6 0Ws because they're on sale for $5 and I can't stop buying the stupid things for $5.
I have no intention of playing with that anytime soon, but I'm gonna buy one of those just so I have it for someday.
You can use the zero for this.
This is a 3. I think.
It's
I know.
it's a 3. The 0 just
Sorry, I'm not
doesn't
sure
really
how to
have a
help with
whole
that.
lot of horsepower to it, even though
Even though that one's faster than this one.
it seems like it works better even than the 2. I mean,
There would be
it's and there are people that are using it, but I don't know if they're using it with the hat or not.
Do you know who's doing the recognition? In other words, is it sending sound files to Google? and that's doing all the work. So really, this guy's not doing all that much work.
Right.
All he has to do is get the sound file up there
And-
and get
and-
the thing back.
Basically reads it like a WAV file or
They,
something.
they do
plays it
the
back.
recognition in the servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your voice goes.
Sorry,
To the
I'm not
server.
sure how to help with that
Yeah,
yet.
in fact, one of the setup steps is actually record something, and then you can have it play back exactly what it's recorded. So you can see that it's worked and everything, but it sends it up to the cloud. And
Can you ask him to repeat your last question
I don't know if it will or
to
not.
know if they recorded?
That's okay. Google, repeat my last question.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that.
So
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
yeah,
Snowboy, who was the 5th president?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
so I'm not sure.
You got control of the screen, Jim.
Okay, Google,
He wouldn't do anything.
who was the 5th
Yeah.
president?
James Monroe was the 5th president of the United States.
James Monroe was the 5th president of the United States.
Okay, Snowboy, who was the 5th president?
James Monroe was the 5th president of the United States.
Snowboy, when it goes bing and then it'll go bing again, that's when it's waiting for you to talk.
Okay.
See, I knew it would know the answer, but I think you talked too soon for it. Now,
There he is.
now the
There's
other
the
thing,
ladder.
the thing that I just noticed here.
Oh, it's going to be a picture of James Monroe.
Damn,
This is good.
Well, the thing that I just noticed here is Snowboy is way more sensitive. It's just picking up random sounds everywhere for,
Not even if you're prompting it.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that, but I'm trying to learn.
So, let's see. One of these is actually, let's see. Okay, Google. Play a YouTube video on meeting.
I don't see any Chromecasts or cast-enabled TVs linked to your account.
I know you don't,
You can add devices in the Google Home app.
but this one might, because you're on that network.
No, they're all on the same network.
Now, this one's on public.
Oh, okay. So this was implying that I should be able to see this on this. I got Google Home running. Well, I don't see anything. Devices? No. It's not a cast device.
Yeah. It's not a cast device, but it should be able to see the Chromecast.
So tell one of these guys to.
This one's still sitting there acting like it's thinking.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I know you don't. Snowboy. Play a YouTube video on meeting.
Meeting TV. Yeah, it's called Meeting TV.
Oh. It's still. Snowboy. Play a YouTube video on meeting TV.
What do you use for Chromecast?
Yeah.
It's not there.
I don't know.
Maybe Wayne,
Might
an
find out
actual
where
this is one.
video name.
Is that Android?
That's it, yeah.
And it's 1, 2, 3 until 8.
There's no password anymore.
Okay. Better.
I reset it and
What's the point?
well, just for what we're doing, there's no need for a password.
So it's showing stuff for me.
No, it's not working.
Oh,
Let's see, what's the command? It was a custom command. Tune into.
I don't know how to help with that.
I know.
you didn't even say anything.
Snowboy. Tune into radio 1. Now this was slow. It took it forever to do this. But it did actually work one time.
Well, I've become a fan of the Chromecast. I'm starting to spread them through the house. I'm wondering about the home. It would be convenient to be able to control it without having this involved.
So I don't use this at home like that, but apparently you can add it to the account so that it knows that it's there. And we're not going to play Radio 1.
So I go here.
Okay, Google. Play a radio station.
All right, here's some music on Pandora.
Okay, Google. Stop.
That's enough of that.
I actually know who that is.
Do you?
Yeah, that's what's rhymes
This is my zero.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I forgot that I had linked my my account to that, my Pandora account to that.
Real world control.
You've made great strides with your Pi Zero. flashing a.
Do you know you can?
I do look this.
Do you know you can control
Marco
this LED
Polo.
from
Marco's head is happy.
the proc tree?
Sorry, I'm not sure how
It
to
doesn't
help with
surprise
that.
me, but no, I didn't know you could do
It's
that.
proc
Can't
class
play video.
LEDs, LED 0.
Yeah,
And you
enough
can-
horsepower.
You can give the text string and to have it blink with a
Probably don't have
heartbeat
enough
or an
horsepower.
on
Or maybe
off
it's low.
Really?
things like that.
May actually be.
I can see a picture of your pooch there.
I think
I said, Dave.
I think they're. I think this
You
one's
got a golden
connected to like
retriever?
GPIO
Huh?
15 or
Golden retriever
something.
dog.
Yeah.
Does
Is it-
fading
where's-
and all that.
You sure?
I love golden retriever.
But you can. I am not great with Python, but
Mhm.
I know enough Python to mess things up basically. But I want to learn, and that's why I haven't really messed with this yet, because I want to try to make
Look at the
the
color of
light
those
do
trees.
something or the
Yeah.
button do something when I
Wow,
hit.
look at that. Beautiful picture.
I'd like to be able
Dogs
to
hanging
say
out,
display
looking
an
at it,
image
having a
and
good time.
just have an image come up here.
This was today.
Oh,
which I
was
think
it?
would
Look
be
at the
really
color
cool.
of the trees.
Yeah.
But
October comes in November now.
So is that
Yeah,
your wife in the
for-
background with
yeah,
the dog?
for basically $35, you can build your own Google Home.
So is this mostly empty? There's just that card on it?
Oh, yes.
Oh my, there's more than I expected.
He's a beautiful dog.
Okay, so this
One
basis for the
year,
speaker.
12 months.
What's going on here?
15 months.
That is
old.
the
it's
microphone
just
array.
It's a puppy. But we installed
Oh,
the,
okay.
And they say, tape it in
the
there.
fence, the
It's
electric
just
fence.
inside.
Yeah.
He learned in an hour, he knows
There's
that
a couple
must
of
be
holes
away.
So it'll be
got
on that.
Yeah.
So
and
he
it's
won't run
falling
out.
off, which is probably why it's not working quite as well as it.
It uses the cardboard
Look
as
at
part of
that
the
bright orangey
sounder.
red tree.
It-
Is that a?
It's they say
that's a
just
maple tree. isn't
tape it up there. And
Okay.
This is
It
the,
works.
it
Oh,
worked.
you got a main on it?
The tape's
Oh,
getting a
that's
little
pretty.
iffy.
That's a penguin?
this
I,
is my
uh,
son. Yes, it's
I
a
like
penguin.
I found
Looks like a lynx
The-
penguin.
It's for sleeping. He used it
Yeah.
for some.
so I built this
Sorry,
with the
I'm not
original
sure how to help with that. I'm still
instructions.
Now,
learning.
your daughter was
and I
here earlier.
found them to be a
in the
little
summer,
confusing.
wasn't
Like
Yeah.
the pictures weren't
This is
very
the last
good,
year,
and
when the
God.
puppy arrives.
I
This
went,
looks excellent.
yeah, I went back and I looked
Beautiful.
at the new
Look how cute
website
that little dog
that they
is.
made, and it's like, oh, now it makes sense. Of course, I built one once already, so now I know what mistakes I
good
made in the
dog.
first place. but the pictures actually make sense now, you know?
Both of
And I'm
my
like-
sisters had golds or Labradors. I can't
I think they also,
I'm not sure how to help with that yet.
I think they also, I think there was one more piece of cardboard. I
What are
think
you
they
building there?
This is a
simplified
radio
matters.
link.
Okay.
It's a
Probably a
transparent
bunch of people said,
serial link.
that's just confusing.
You know, there's some guy
I
who
was
was job is
using
making
an
cardboard
adapter.
crap.
Okay.
Maybe even a team.
Google loves cardboard.
Google loves cardboard.
They do. They
I don't understand.
the Google glasses were
Yeah, cardboard.
cardboard. Not the glass,
yeah.
the VR
The
thing.
frames.
They were cardboard.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that
What's going on
yet.
with these things?
Those
Oh,
adapters are for the ESP
IO cards.
dash 7, the ESP 8266. But the distance
Sorry, I don't know
of the
how to help
path
with
can be
that.
used for
But I'm always learning.
to make adapter for all
You know what?
every model that
I don't
has
want to
this
hear you
distance.
anymore.
He's silent. Silent.
We can leave him powered because he doesn't talk very often.
What? Again, two entirely different install methods and processes. This is actually is Google, which you expect them to have
So
something decent, you know?
if you plug Snowboy into him, is the hardware all set up correctly already?
That's plenty of.
Yes. No. I take that back. No. There's extra step that I have to do to tell it to use the AI hardware. But
But it's set up for that.
I was testing the Hall effect sensor inside the ESP
oh yeah.
32.
Man, it's like you may be breaking the whole of that sensor inside.
Did it work?
This is another stuff.
Did the Hall effects sensor actually do what it was supposed to do?
This is the signal from a encoder, mechanical encoder. Looks how it changed from 0 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really noisy.
Yeah.
That's why there is a problem to design encoders routines, you know, it's a lot of noise.
Need to pull down something.
What kind of scope is that you're using?
He was asking what kind of scope.
Excuse me?
Your
He asked
oscilloscope.
what kind of scope.
What kind? The cheapest one.
That's cheap.
But it's a dedicated scope. It's not a Android thing with an ADT card or something.
No. I bought 2 of them, and it's enough for Arduino stuff. I have another electronics in the basement, but it's for a more serious stuff. But this thing for the Arduino signals and this is enough.
So what kind of customization are they offering? This is supposed to be for getting people interested in learning things. What kind of path do they provide for learning more or doing more? Is there an API for adding capability to it?
Yes, you can. Once you get your
There he
Google
is, the handsome
account,
devil.
your API
This was
account
the-
set up,
Oh, rat rays,
there's like
Race place.
rabbit laser, rabbit
hundreds of
robot.
different things that you can.
Where does that plug in? Do you plug it in the cloud?
Depends on what
So there were a lot
API
of
you
doings
wanna
going on
use.
there.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people.
a lot of it is cloud.
Are any of them involved with fiddling with the GPIO on this guy himself? Or is it all voice coming back? Voice and controls?
It's mostly, well, what they have, there is GPIO on the hat.
Right, but
Comes
how does
with
that
it.
tie into the API, or does it?
Well, there is a way to do it locally.
In other words, I want to say, make me a Frappuccino. Can I?
Right.
How do you go about doing that?
That I'm still trying to
But you have
learn that
but you
myself.
you have the impression that that sort of control is possible.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Max headroom.
You've
I was
got
looking for a Super Mario.
I need to make holes in
You
the
do it
ears
in
with
Python?
mics, microphones.
And
to
Yeah.
Okay.
what I
implement
understand is
the sound
there's
detection
actually two different
application.
Get
APIs.
direction, yeah.
It's
One
almost
of them
ready,
will
but
send it out to the cloud. One of
I'm
them
fighting with
will
the
do it locally and try
new
to
microcontrollers.
figure
And
out
are,
what you're saying locally.
40 cents.
And
That
that one,
must be what he's
But
doing.
it's very powerful.
and that one, my understanding on that one is it's more limited because none of these really have like a lot of horsepower to do that stuff.
But the fact that he's doing it locally gives you more of an idea that you could start fiddling with the local
Right.
resources of the computer.
So is your wife finishing a rocking chair?
The early,
I
early
gave
version
to
of
her,
this
I found in a place for $4 and she
actually had
Pretty
two
finished
different
it,
voices. One was local, and it was horrible. It was a horrible voice, and the other one was the normal Google voice
Get that closed.
that sounds good and sounds right.
That is
And you
in
can
the-
tell
in the head base.
Two different
Okay.
things were actually going on, and I think they've done something, made it better, made it more seamless. But if you really, really listen real close, you can tell when a local command has happened and when a cloud command has happened because the voices are just different enough. If that makes sense.
So if I wanted to say, turn on the lights, and the lights is not hooked up to a
Yeah,
Google
she
device,
sticks in the chair.
can I create something on my own that ties into the proper
So you got it in
API
the garage.
that's
sale or
registered to
flea market
listen for the turn on the lights
chair.
command and do something?
Look at the dog.
Got his wife at a
I'm going
garage
to steal.
sale?
I'm going to
The
steal the
chair.
Chromecast.
That dog, look
Can
at
I
that.
steal the
He's in love
Chromecast?
with you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tremaine,
It's great.
That's a good looking gal like
I'm
that.
stealing the
Somebody
Chromecast,
like
whether or
that.
not I can anyway. It's my Chromecast.
you're competing with dog pictures now.
It's a good question though. So this is the
Trying to hurt, but I
Snowboy.
sent these feelings or something.
Not really.
That's
This is the
mean.
Snowboy stuff,
Uh-huh.
and his actually was.
There we go. That might be it right there.
Yeah, he wanted to control 3 lights, which
Uh-huh.
without using any internet provider or anything else. What he's done is he's programmed the IP address inside the PI of the D1 Mini. So I think he's using UDP to
Let's
do it.
talk about IFTTT. So does all of this tie into
Who is the
possibly
broker?
that?
He actually one of the things that you can do through the cloud is with IFTTT,
Uh-huh.
with the standard Google Home. Even this
So if this, then that has a Google
Yeah.
aspect?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got some, I don't even remember what it is, but I've got something, if this and that, hooked up to this guy here.
Okay, so that opens the world up.
Yeah,
So as long as you can trigger something into there and have it trigger something else.
right. And
And you can do whatever you damn well please.
that's the easiest way
But
to
it's there,
do
but
it.
it's a way to do it.
What he's done is like more what you're talking about. I
Uh-huh.
think it all happens locally, so you don't even need the Google Cloud to do it. But he's got this program down here somewhere.
Using Google Assistant, but without the Google Cloud.
Right.
Well,
Those videos last too long.
Yeah. And it's not going to work well anyway. He says his trigger word for turning on an LED and it turns on the LED. And what he's saying is he's doing that without using if this and then that or MQTT.
So I'm curious what that third mechanism is.
It's probably UDP. I looked at it
Well,
once.
UDP
No,
to what? You have
It's
to register
HT
something with something.
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
something?
It's
and what are you
HTTP.
registering it to?
where?
He's running a web server on the D1 Mini.
Okay, and the web server is being triggered by the local
Yeah, he's got
Snowboy app.
he's got IP addresses.
So somewhere you told Snowboy that this text ties to this IP address, this REST call.
Yeah.
Is that a text file somewhere?
It's
JSON
it's a
something.
Python script somewhere. And
But the information it gets is a text version of your query that you made to Snowball.
yes,
And then you have the opportunity to respond to that.
I believe so. I
Okay.
believe that is a factual statement. But when I went to try to change the Python script to do something else, I broke the whole damn thing, and that's just because I don't really know what
I
I'm doing.
segfolded my Python script the other day. That's a good trick.
It comes from lack of Python. I know enough Pythons to be dangerous. And
But you're taking an existing Python script and trying to modify it.
I am.
What does this existing one do? It's just,
It's got the IP addresses, and it turns on LEDs.
okay, it's an example script.
It's an example script, and
Okay.
supposedly it's supposed to be modifiable.
In a server, it's a server.
I don't think they're sending it. I don't think he's sending that up to the cloud. I think it's all happening local.
Do you have that script handy? Can we look at it?
I don't know.
It's a tiny server running in the ESP. It's a 32 or it's a 8266.
8266 D1 Mini.
Maybe a mini server, and you send the messages to an IP address.
Nope, that is not the password.
This one has it written on the back.
You just write the IP address /
I've got so many, I've got to keep track of it somehow.
They're looking for the
I saw it in.
firmware in the ESP.
Saw it in here. That is the install scripts source.
The ESP is an access point with a tiny page or web server.
Actions.py?
That's it.
I can't see that good anymore.
I'll see if I can make the fonts bigger.
Over 50 eyes, I just can't.
So,
It doesn't. That's a little better.
he's got output to GPIO, but I don't see the input.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That did not work.
Stations. He's not doing it.
So down here, device name. So he's saying device 1.
He's tying a device to a device string.
Device names are the ESP names.
If name lower in phrase, station equals station number, subprocess be open VLC.
And he's opening a
So he's opening a stream, media file. ESP phrase.
so he's saying device 1 do something, but you gotta figure out what device 1 is supposed to do.
Well, that device 1 is a defined at the top.
That one,
the
the
thing,
two,
the second thing. Action A. Okay. So you just look at a phrase and then you run an application. But how the phrase is coming in, is it a command line? I didn't see the web server. Actually, it's not defined here.
No, and that's what confuses me. There's a bunch of
Okay, so it's one of the other
there's
modules.
dozens and dozens of
How do you see the colors in the nano of test files? This is a
Nano.
highlight. This is an app, or is it by default?
No,
The nano can show in different colors.
yeah, Nano will show you
But
different colors.
in Python files. But what about C files?
I don't know. Does Nano show?
The C files in.
Well, you just opened it up.
Does it? But
We're just looking at Python.
Does it show C files in color though?
Color?
Probably.
I don't
That's
know.
that's a configuration file. It sees the .py and it pulls in a configuration file
It
based on
must
that.
be a plugin or something for Nano. Because it's easy to work with the
I like
the
Nano.
highlighter.
I like
Yeah,
Nano. Just sort of works.
sudo, yeah. I usually run the Ubuntu at home.
I'm an old guy. I run VI.
Oh, do you? Steve's the one that got, well,
When I learned this stuff, it's the only editor that would run on these machines.
when I first got into Linux, I belonged to DLug when I lived in Dayton, and then I got to know Steve. He's the president of CLug here in Cincinnati.
Why didn't that work? Why did it make my thing?
Now, since Frank is here, we can talk about non-Microsoft stuff.
My wife is running the only Microsoft in the house,
Is that right?
and we have an agreement. She's on her own.
Yeah. You got detente.
Quick story. She bought a new computer, and it was Windows 8, I believe, when she first got
Yeah.
it, and ended up being Windows 10 before long. And I installed Word on it, and I can't launch. I can't find where did it? And I said, I'm sorry. She said, would you like me to look at it? I said, no.
It's
I
all
just
just
look at it. So eventually she let my daughter look at it. It was grown.
Yeah.
And she took the mouse on the screen and she went on the desktop, and the second screen came in.
Oh,
With Word on it.
Right,
Swipe.
the other screen.
All I had
2
to
days
do
she was looking for
Yeah,
that.
geez.
All I had to do was swipe it.
That's
Gosh.
Microsoft.